So, Catherine, we get a lot of questions about contractors and sort of what that level of shared responsibility is. And if I'm taking on a subcontractor, what should I be thinking about? Can you give us sort of an idea of what the steps are and what we should be making sure that we're doing?
Sure. So when you're engaging a contractor to come and work for you, you want to make sure that you are engaging the safest possible contractors to come and do that work. So what we get our clients to give to their contractors is a contractor application form. Things that we're looking for in this form are like, we want to know, does that contractor have insurance to do what we've hired them to do? Are they competent? Are their workers competent? Have they identified all of the hazards that they're bringing on site, and how are they going to control them? Then we want them to sign a declaration to say that they do take responsibility for themselves when they come onto site, and that they will communicate with us, coordinate with us with any changes that may happen.
And tell me if, because I see this quite a bit, if a contractor just sort of ticks all the boxes and says, yes, I have these things, and then sends you back a form that, you know, maybe doesn't have any evidence with it, is that okay that they've just signed a piece of paper to say that they have it?
No, it's not. We want to say that they have actually thought about these things and they have got procedures and policies in place to manage them.
And I think too, it's really important to note that when you're looking at that evidence, make sure that it is current. So it wasn't last signed in 1995, but also that it's specific to the work that they're doing. Because like you said, providing a list of the sorts of hazards to do with the work that they're doing, you want to know what are the hazards that they're bringing onto your site so that you can keep your workers and your customers and other contractors safe as well. Tell me, how often should you go through this whole sort of pre-qualification process?
We say every 2 years, just because 1 year might not be long enough.
So is a verbal induction all right, and then they just sign the visitor register?
So what we want to do is make sure that we document their very first arrival on site, so that very first induction, and then from there, when that employee comes back, they can sign it. Sorry, contractor comes back, they can sign in and out as they need to.
Perfect. Okay, so we've had a question from behind the camera, and that question is, if you are a law firm, for example, and you have contractors that are coming in like an electrician or a plumber, do you have to go through this process with them?
Yes, you do. Just once they've filled in the contractor application form and they have been approved, they can come back and forth and work for you as often as you need them to. Just make sure that when that company that have completed the contractor application form send an employee into your workplace, that you're actually inducting that individual employee as well.
And is an induction, because I know a lot of clients have a visitor register, is that essentially an induction?
Depending on what information they're giving you at the time that you're signing the visitor register. When you induct someone into the workplace, it's because we're leaving them alone, and we want to make sure that they know where they get fresh drinking water from, where the toilets are, where the evacuation area is, where the fire extinguishers in the area that they're working are. So as long as we're communicating all of that information to them, then that covers an induction.